Greetings. My name is Alan, and this is the second recording for my channel from Shop Floor to Summit, my path to gain financial freedom from retail. And today's been fairly productive. I have been learning quite a bit still about underwriting. If I didn't make it clear in my previous video, I am interested in becoming financially free, and there's many paths and ways to get there. But for me, I am choosing real estate. I'm getting into real estate investing, and um, this is my first time. I do own my home, which is where I'm currently living now. But owning a home and investing in real estate is two different things, and there's lots of different ways to do that. So, um, specifically for me, I am choosing uh, multifamily uh, real estate, and that I believe is the best path for me to get there. So, because that is my goal, all the steps that I must take, I know must face towards that. So, on my checklist, today was my day off. So, today I dedicated most of my time for that. And as far as my checklist is concerned, what does my day look like? What was my day like? Day was pretty empty. I just had some errands and things that I had to run that didn't concern this, so I had to do that. Groceries, unpacking, just general things that I need to take care of in and around the house. I would say is as far as um, what the day was like. It wasn't easy. It wasn't exhausting. I would say it's just right around the middle of the pack, and because it was right around the middle of the pack, it allowed me to be, again, fairly productive throughout the day. It was a lot of learning, communicating, establishing new networks. At the end of this, I'm going to be meeting with my real estate agent, just letting them know what my goals are and what I'm doing to see if there's anything that can be fruitful that's coming from that. How am I feeling? Motivated or not? I am feeling more motivated than not. Yesterday, right when I got out of work really late, I was feeling pretty non motivated. So instead of grinding, I decided to call it night pretty early and go to sleep. That way I can wake up early and hit the ground running. What have I learned today? So, what I learned today primarily was hour-long video on underwriting. The program that I have joined, Action Academy, has a lot of information about underwriting, but it's not really about the materials and the knowledge. It's really about making those connections. So that is something that I am actively learning how to do, just asking for what it is that I need. And if I can't, just keep asking. If one person says no, or I think what triggers me most is if nobody responds, then just keep asking. Keep asking somebody else. Somebody will help you do whatever it is that you need. And just make sure that you're providing value into them as well. Um, what actions have I taken? Today, I reached out to my real estate agent, somebody who I've known, who helped me get my house that I'm in right now. So I will be meeting them today at Panera. It's going to be fairly quick interaction, and I don't intend on staying out all night because I still have other things that I'm planning on doing today. Um, what am I planning or anticipating next week to be? Great question. By next week, I would like to have written or have been able to see what a deal looks like, or underwriting a deal looks like for a multifamily. So next week, I want to be able to, communicate with at least three of the groups that I've joined in Facebook concerning real estate and multifamily in around my area. And if I see that there's more um, opportunities that are there, then I will continue pursuing. But if not, then I'll start to pivot to see if there's another area, in the country that will help me get to my goals. Let's see. So that's what my next week is planning on looking like. Is this working or not? I do believe it's working because everyone around me that I actively engage in in my Action Academy network is uh, making steps forward. So that is something that I'm interested in continuing on doing. Morning routine is something that I need to continue doing because that's the way I start my day off. And once I start my day off, I'm just every other step that I take is going to be able to be fruitful in that space. Um, my diet, diet's pretty good. Had breakfast, had lunch, light lunch. Dinner's gonna be on the way soon, but I may have it at Panera. I may not. I'm not sure. I haven't really decided. Had plenty of water today. Not really fasting. I haven't even done any cardio yet, so that is something that I should have done earlier this morning. But that is something that I do need to be mindful of. I think the more cardio, the healthier and more alert that I will be. I was a little lightheaded earlier, but that's neither here or there. I've been feeling that way for a while, so monitoring that as much as possible. My morning routine partially done, primarily because I just wanted to get a jump on all of the things that I wanted to learn today regarding underwriting, and I did. So should be able to wrap that up relatively quickly. Short summary on other projects. Other projects, I still have to do research on some literary projects that I'm working on right now. So can't really dedicate all my time for one thing. I do have to split the time that I have from one thing to another. So, but as far as any other projects that I'm working on, that's really it. I think just doing more research on my other literary projects. Hours spent. Um, so hours spent on my goals. Um, I would say either 6 to 7 hours. I think I should do a better job at tracking how much time that I'm spending in other places. And the reason why that's important is because distractions come fairly easy to me, if I'm being honest with myself. I check my phone for something important, and there's maybe 60 text messages I may receive at any point in time. And if it's not really helpful to be getting closer to my goals, then if I'm interacting with it, it's distracting. So being able to say yes to one thing, no to the other is going to be really important. So I think next week is also going to be really important to track time better. And number on financials. If no money is made, how much am I aiming to make from a deal? As far as making money from deals, I know what my vision is. I know how much I'm making currently. I aim to be making around 6,000 a month to start. Um, and it may be from one deal and maybe from 10. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really know the numbers yet, but I think the more I interact with other people who are real estate investors, the more I ask questions, the more I kind of do research, the more I kind of will be able to find out what is going to be the best way to get closest to my deal so I don't have many missteps. And that's all I have right now. Like I said, these videos are supposed to be short. Um, I didn't have work today, which is great. Tomorrow I have work really early. So I think going to sleep early in the morning is going to be important. So that way I can wake up early, get everything I need to get done, be to work on time, and spend the time that I need to on my retail job. And, you know, it's one day that I have to put in, and I have to be mindful of the time that I have that I can put towards building towards and working towards my goals. Uh, I remind myself of the numbers often. I spent about 50 hours for the week. If I'm looking to sleep anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, that is going to yield me the net results. So when it comes to, I've been using ChatGPT for lots of different things because it's very helpful, and it just kind of helps me understand the technology that is being utilized today, and that way I can ask very quick questions and get very detailed answers. So if I'm working 50 hours a week and I sleep 8 hours a day, how much time do I have left in the week just for me? And the response is, if you work 50 hours a week and sleep 8 hours a day, let's calculate the total time spent working and sleeping first. Total time spent working per week is 50 hours per week. Total time spent sleeping per week is 8 hours a day times 7 days a week, and that's 56 hours a week. Let's find the total time spent on work and sleep. Total time spent on work and sleep is 50 hours a week, and that's work, and 56 hours a week, and that's sleep. That total is 106 hours per week. That's 168 hours in a week. So to find the time that you have left for yourself, subtract the total of time spent on work and sleep from the total hours in a week. Time left for yourself per week is 168 hours per week minus 106 equals 62 hours per week. Therefore, you have approximately 62 hours per week for yourself outside of work and sleep. 62 hours. 62 hours for a week is what I have to account for, and that is going to be the magic number. Inside those 62 hours, there's going to be a lot of things that I can do. And obviously, if I'm getting 8 hours of sleep, I should be energized. I really shouldn't have that many more distractions. So, 62 hours. The goal is to make enough money so I can reclaim my time, reclaim more time so I can spend it doing other things that I'm interested in doing. So that's all I have for today. That's what I wanted to share with you. Nothing really regarding work. Work was pretty smooth. I didn't really have many issues, but they're issues nonetheless. But more on that later.